Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
Our overnight lows are going to go from the 40s for everybody. 41 Ararat, same story as you make your way towards Woolwine in the city of Martinsville. We're coming in at 40 degrees in both Ferrum as well as Ridgeway and Stewart. 43 there in Boonsville, 42 Rocky Mount as well as in Oak Level. So a very cloudy night is in the making as you're doing anything out and about. Just do know our temperatures are going to be a lot cooler than they have been over the last several nights. As you do know that the last couple of mornings our morning lows have been pretty consistently warmer than where they should be for this time of year. Again, the temperatures you see right here are pretty much right around the early to mid-afternoon high temperatures for this time of the month and this time of the year. Our average overnight low was actually 33 degrees, so we're not even near that, obviously. So the last 30 years or so, that is where our typical overnight low should be staying, is in the mid to low 30s. Elsewhere, we're seeing the mid to low 40s for everybody across from northern Rocky Mount down towards the city of Martinsville and going towards Patrick County and Stewart as well. So just do know that chilly night is in the making as you're getting your day started on your Wednesday. Do know that we will begin to see the clouds decrease for us. We'll most likely see a plentiful sunny day as you make your way towards Wednesday, and a lot of you all enjoy seeing this one here. It's my ranking scale, that is. We're going to begin to see mostly sunny skies coming into play for us. We'll see temperatures getting in the low to mid 60s. So if you're doing anything out and about for your evening commute, just do know that our temperatures are going to remain kind of warm out there, and you kind of see me, I'm looking like a giant here, but that's okay. With the magic of TV does its finest job there. Lots of sunny skies coming into play here. Temperatures seeing very seasonable as you make your way out and about. As you're doing anything, do know no rain's expected. We are going to see a sunrise coming in there at 7:31. We'll see a lot of wind breezes from time to time coming there out of the west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And yes, I'm giving tomorrow a 9 just because it's been so gloomy the last several mornings, and the last, or I guess chilly and cold is the way to put it as you make your way out and about towards your Thursday. So again, plenty of sunny skies out there as you're doing anything. Nothing to be weather worried about. Just do know that we'll see a very light breeze coming into play from time to time. Nothing to get too worried about. So again, if you're still one of those individuals who has Christmas decorations up, I would try out carefully. Be careful with the ground because it's going to be already saturated enough. Make sure you have enough time so that it can dry out. And then most likely in the afternoon, if you are off, but maybe some of the kids are still at home. I know they have a few more days before they head back to school next week, particularly our friends here in Martinsville City as well. So do know that. Let them get out there, take advantage of it. Show them the forecast. There's no excuse to not get outdoors because we're going to see relatively sunny conditions as you're doing anything out and about. So maybe go hiking on your lunch break, whatever you're doing tomorrow. Just do know that we are going to see the sunshine be in effect for a majority of us as well. A lot of our highs in the low to mid 60s. 60 is a very popular number. Boonsville, Ferrum, Woolwine, Stewart, all coming in at 60 degrees. 59 degrees coming in at Ararat. Woolwine, their nice afternoon for you. 61 in Ridgeway we have, as well as in Rocky Mount. 62 seems to be the warm spot here in the city of Martinsville. So like I said, a beautiful afternoon. We are going to see a light breeze from time to time. Just do know that if you're doing anything, don't have any excuses. Have the sunshine with you. You'll have that with you. Get some vitamin D. You'll have the sunglasses along with you. So get out there, take advantage of this nice, unseasonable like weather as you're doing anything out and about. Now, we're going to take a look back. We'll do a little bit of a throwback Thursday. I know it's not Thursday, but it is Wednesday. So as you see here, if you vaguely remember, about a year ago, we saw snow that fell across of our hometowns. And so I did some digging for you. I know this is a day late, but it's okay. It was a very busy already in the beginning of this week, and I completely forgot to showcase this on Tuesday. So here is Wednesday's a year ago snowfall totals. The big winner was Ferrum at 6.4 inches, 5.5 both Boone's Mill and Rocky Mount. Here in the city, we picked about 3 inches. Now, depending on where you were in the city, because some areas like where I live, there in the city of Martinsville, closer to going into Chatham, right there along the border of Henry County and Martinsville, picked about 1.5 inches. So it all just vary on your location. Again, Ridgeway, 2.8 inches. The lowest spot on the map is Ararat. This storm, it was a bit of a hole there. I was looking at the map. You can go back and look at this at your own time. But just do know that they had less snow. Stewart, both, Woolwine at 3 inches, and the same story in Oak Level. So as you notice there, it just varied on where you were. It did not have to mean, go up down the road, your neighbor kind of probably got the same amount of inches. But again, this is from the National Weather Service. They put these snowfall total together, and then again, I have to kind of interpret that into our local weather graphics as you see on your TV right now. So a lot of snowfall a year ago, and then if you vaguely remembered about a week into 2022, a week and a half, around the 13th to the 16th, I believe that was Martin Luther King weekend, Junior weekend, we also saw another snow event. So it appeared that as soon as we began January, we had 80s, and then we had snow 2 days later. We got back in the 60s, and then we fell back down in the 20s and 30s with our snows again. So we have some photos for you. I took some of these photos out and about. As you see, I was driving, coming into work actually, so I was actually coming in at the time to do this, or we were actually live on the field. I believe we were out in the field covering this snow event because we were out driving. I remember helping out Luis with road coverage, so I should know that, right? This photo here, I took this, we was out doing some errands, or early going into work, I guess, not doing errands, but it was pretty cloudy and very foggy. That was about that 11 o'clock hour in the morning. We saw that snow. This is in Chatham. Right off of 57 there. It picked up about, like I said, 2.5 inches of snow fell. It just varied on where you went. And then 2 hours later, the snow began to melt. The sun came out and gave a nice little coating of snow there. This is in Martinsville. They're right off of the 57 Chatham Road, I guess it is, to say the least. So if you do remember this, send your photos in, because I know a lot of you want snow. And again, this was back on January the 3rd. That is when all of this took apart. It was literally, if you remember this, I was out hiking 2 days prior to this in just a t-shirts, a t-shirt and shorts, and then 2 days later, here we got this blanket of snow. Happy New Year to us, right? This year, rain, 60s, it's muggy, nothing to be excited about for snowfall right now. No, there's some things that's been circulating on social media, and just do know, please be very careful when you see those type of things, because you never know how hype that forecast is, or how long term those models do go out. Because what happens with that, most people like to stick at 1 or 2 models and say, Model X is going to produce this, or Model X1 is going to produce this amount, I'm going to stick with that model. Never stick with the same model, because those runs multiple times over and over again. And the more people look at those same model runs, they say, well, maybe this is forecasted. As you remember, we thought we were going to see a little snow right around Christmas, and we got that bitter cold temperatures, and some of those computer models were spitting out high snowfall totals for us, and we didn't really see anything but a little bit of a light, brief shot of some wintry mix for our friends in Patrick County and Rocky Mount. But other than that, we didn't really see any snowfall. So this year has been pretty mild, and it's looking to be pretty mild as you make your way out and about over the next couple of days. And we do appear a possible change is coming as we make our way towards mid to late month. And so, like I said earlier already, snow lovers, do your snow dance, because that's all I got to tell you with that. Or better yet, if you want to go out, if you got a snow machine for Christmas, I don't know, maybe you did, go out and put some good use into it, because I tell you what, if you want to see some majestic scenes like these here, you're going to have to do a lot of hard work to get something, especially with it being this cold, as our temperatures were in the 20s, right around 30 degrees, because it did start as a little bit of rain and then it changed over to an all snow event in with this one. So this was quite a weather pattern, and we're happy to see that so far the year's been pretty all right, with weather temperatures being pretty warmer than when they need to be for this time of year. But again, that warm weather is expected to go bye-bye pretty soon. So on that note, recap again, cloudy to partly cloudy skies tonight. Temperatures are going to dip in the 40s, chilly near a little bit above the average. Like I said, we should be in the 30s. We'll begin our Thursday with a mix of sun and clouds, and we'll see a mostly sunny day. Later in the afternoon, our highs are going to get to the low to mid 60s. So again, if you have Christmas decorations up and you're at work, tell the kids to get up and get those Christmas decorations down until you can help them with that, or maybe you want to get out there and do it yourself. So it's going to be one of the last nice, warmest days. We're going to see the next couple of days anyway. It's not going to be as warm, but back to seasonable and where we need to be.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.
Hey, my name is Joyce Renee Watkins, and the reason why I chose chiropractic was because I was having some issues with myself, and chiropractic really works. New clients to come in, we are running a special right now where you can actually come into the office and have an exam and 7 different types of x-rays for $49. And then we will get you back in the next day and we will actually treat you, and we can let you in what your insurance covers. Now you're getting 7 x-rays and an exam. And the x-ray machine here is top of the line, and Dr. Zentmeyer is really good. He can really read some x-rays. So I encourage everyone to come. We're located in Collinsville. Our address is 3652 Virginia Avenue, Collinsville, Virginia. We're across from Fenders and beside Walgreens.